first to China. Dan Andrews over there earlier in the year, some say it was to restructure his debt. I don't know. He'll never tell us, will he? Trade Minister Don Farrell there recently too. A whole lot of premiers on their way. There was speech, though, from Defence Minister Richard Marles this week that says Labor's new relationship with China is displaying a different maturity from the former government's shrill interactions. Interestingly, though, Peter Dutton says, don't be lulled into wishful thinking with China. Joining me now to discuss this and more, Sky News contributor Kosha Garda and former Labor MP Michael Danby. I have to say, I think Labor's looking a bit bipolar on China. You know, Beijing's dangling the billions again. We're racing over there at the drop of a hat to have, quite appropriately, these trade talks. At the same time, we're saying things are pretty dangerous with China. Our region's dangerous. We're worried about them infiltrating Australia all the time. How do you get the balance right?
Well, it's not helped by a conga line of premiers going over there. There was no extra money announced in the defence review. There was no mention of China in the final Quad statement. And the Troika, Marles, Albo and Wong are still doing quite well on China, but it's a legitimate concern to say we shouldn't overcompensate in order to get Albo's meeting with Xi in October. We better get those trade barriers taken away beforehand and the two journalists released, bare minimum.
Talk to me about the announcement from ASIO. God forbid, I don't know why they made it public, but they're going to have to embed, they say, ASIO agents in the AUKUS program to ensure that we haven't got people spying on what we're doing.
So after the AUKUS deal, many expected that Australia is going to increase as a target for espionage, for cyber warfare, and expectedly, that's why ASIO is trying to shore up our defences in that. Maybe he played the government's hand or sort of tipped a hand to our adversaries about how we are planning to do that. But in contrast, I'll say there's another side to that, which is that the Senate estimates are one of the few forums where it is legitimate for elected officials to question and grill unelected bureaucrats, which is what these
which we want to have.
We do want to have. It's an important check and balance, and I think the intelligentsia around the world has been falling out of favour right now with mission creep, scope creep, hubris, some would say. So I think that part of it has legitimacy as well.